If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Na 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 na. You hear me? One of the greatest who ever touched the mic, Michael Jackson. You hear me? Been resonating on me for about the last hour or so. You hear me? I'm feeling good today. I hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all. Radiating, vibrating, emanating, exhilarating. You know, being the best version that you could be of your current self. You hear me? Wherever you find yourself. But wherever you find yourself, you gotta start where you at. You hear me? You gotta start where you at. And wherever you find yourself at, it take more than potential. And when I say it take more than potential, don't get me wrong. Potential is a wonderful thing. Potential is a great quality. Because it's an indicator of all the possibilities. But what is potential without application? What is potential without application? Because application, and I repeat, application, which means doing the work, will manifest what type of potential you carry. Now, I don't know who that may mean something to, but I'm sure it will mean something to a few. You hear me? I just came through to put some positive charge in the atmosphere. To use my potential to put some positive charge in the atmosphere. You hear me? Because everything is possible. You hear me? Nobody, and I mean nobody, is absent of the possibilities. You know, you just gotta follow through on your potential, and it's gonna take work to do that. But I just came through to put some positive charge in the atmosphere. You hear me? And whoever come through and catch it, gonna come through and catch it. But I'm gonna use some words to put some positive charge in the atmosphere. You know, words that probably, if you haven't started to speak to yourself in more kind ways, or speak to yourself in ways that you're unused to speaking to yourself, it may sound foreign to you. And I can relate to that too, because a lot of things that I do, a lot of things that I say, and who I am today, you hear me? There was once upon a time that I didn't say these things to myself. You know, words like beautiful, seeing the world as beautiful, seeing the world as happy, you know, seeing the world as childlike. Cause no matter how grown we get, you know, we still children, you know. Words like original, authentic, life giver, talented, fun, playful, successful, creative, honest, lighthearted, you know, abundant, prosperous, fearless, freedom, comfort, confidence, love, dedication, discipline, responsibility. What do these words say to you? What do these words promote as an emotion within you, meaning energy and motion? Good health, comfort, if I ain't said that, goodness, you know. What do these words ignite in you? What do these words excite in you? These are words today that I find make me feel excited. You know, these are words that when I apply them to myself, ignite something within my being, you know, that promotes me or compels me in a sense to ask the question, what is your life causing you to ask yourself? You know, we going the distance to get it. If we're going the distance to get it, you know, we're gonna have to be it. And it takes more than potential. You hear me? And when it comes to you, you like nobody else. So that means nobody else can do it for you. And why I leave us with that thought, cause I ain't come to stay. I ain't come for a long time. I just came for a fun time. You hear me? And the spark, you know, something in the atmosphere. I'm gonna close out with an oracle card message, you know, and see where that take us to. As I said in the opening, I hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all. You hear me? Oh, there it is. Disappointment is not the end. You hear me? But you gotta start where you at. There is hope even in the darkest of nights. Disappointment is not the end, family. Number 10. 10 become 1 because 1 plus 0 is 1. You hear me? Disappointment is not the end. Disappointment can be a difficult emotion to experience. And if anybody going through a disappointing time right now, I want to encourage you. I want to motivate you. I want to inspire you to stay encouraged, because disappointment is not the end. Disappointment can be a difficult emotion to experience. And afterward, it can be hard to have hope again. But disappointment is a teacher. You hear me? Disappointment is a teacher. It is okay to be disappointed. Disappointment is an aspect of life that is inevitable. And being human is a messy journey, full of twists and full of turns. We do the best that we can with the knowledge that we have, but not everything turns out as we hope. In truth, no disappointments or mistakes make us any less of the beautiful, wonderful people that we are. If you have pulled this card, which I have, it might be a sign that the fear of disappointment is hindering your path. Practice courage and acceptance. I repeat, practice courage and acceptance. And I want to add perseverance and persistence. Remember, there is always hope. Beloved, and happiness is waiting for you just ahead. Let me repeat that. There is always hope, beloved, and happiness is waiting for you just ahead. But you gotta start where you at. Synchronicities. You gotta start where you at. And it take more than potential. So apply application or do the work according to the potential that you have recognized in yourself, or maybe others have called out that they see in you. An acceptance exercise is, if you feel fear around disappointment or have experienced disappointment, then it might be good to practice developing acceptance around it. If we are unable to accept that a disappointment has occurred, it can cause prolonged pain. By avoiding the reality of our disappointment, it may feel as though we are protecting ourselves from pain, but it will ultimately hinder our ability to go after what we desire in the future. I'm glad to repeat that. By avoiding the reality of our disappointment, it may feel as though we are protecting ourselves from pain. Can any of y'all relate to that? I definitely can. But it will ultimately hinder our ability to go after what we desire in the future. Because if you're afraid of being disappointed again, you won't do nothing to put you in a position to be disappointed again. I don't know who needed to hear that. Try to accept that disappointments will come and go. Just like people, just like places, and just like things. It's part of the journey. Do not, let me back it up. Try to accept that disappointments will come and go, and know that you are strong enough to try again. Do not let disappointments or the fear of being disappointed stop you from living your glorious life. When you think about disappointment, how does it feel in your body? Because usually when we're on the negative side of thinking, it's causing something to occur in our body. If any of us have ever noticed, when we have accepted the feeling of feeling bad, then usually it causes a chemical release in our bodies, to the point that it can make one sick. And I can relate to times of being so caught up in my feelings, so personal about everything that happens, to the point that it literally had me sick. I'm glad I'm no longer in that place. It took a lot of work, and I had to start wherever I found myself at, meaning with me. You hear me? Do you experience feelings of anxiety or fear? Ask your inner child how they feel about disappointment, and if there's anything that you can do to help them feel more accepted and loved around disappointments. Now, what's curious, what's fascinating about that, because it says ask your inner child how they feel. So it went from singular to plural for whatever reason. But ask your inner child how they feel about disappointment, and if there is anything you can do to help them feel more accepted and loved around disappointments. So that says a lot in what our inner child may consist of concerning birth to now. Our inner child works with evidently a team of other beings that works with our inner child in order to work with us. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. You hear me? But you gotta start where you at. Use your potential and apply that potential to fulfill whatever quality, whatever gift, whatever beauty that you carry. You hear me? And use that to make the greatest impact, not only on yourself, but on the world around you. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Na 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 na. You hear me? And be like nobody else. I do. It's an honor being here. My name is Saul the God. Salute to the Cosmic Conscious Family and Soul Tribe. Salute to the New Tribe. Salute to the Peekaboos and Passerbys. You hear me? Whatever you do as you move forward from this message, feel good for no reason at all. You hear me? And remember that disappointments is not the end. There is hope even in the darkest of nights. And you can be the light. Just start where you at. My name is Saul the God. Love y'all, family. Thanks for the likes, shares, comments, questions, so forth and so on, all that good stuff. You hear me? Peace and blessings.